Hey, welcome back. Russell Realty Minute. Evan Russell, broker owner, Russell Realty Group, just north of Boston. It is April 25th, 2022. So the question today is, and we get this kind of bit, is now a good time to sell? Should I sell my house, now, or should I wait? That answer basically is up to you, right? How does it fit into your plans? Do you have a place to go? What's your next step? What's your next plan, right? That's how you're going to answer the question. The answer from my perspective is, yeah, your home's never been worth more than it is now. And that price is going to kind of flatten out over time. The interest rates are going to go up. The prices are going to level. So to maximize the market and get as many possible dollars as you can, the answer is yes. So let me give you an example. I met with a group probably 45, 60 days ago. They're moving to Houston from Boston the end of June. And they said to me, listen, we want to get the house on the market, but we really can't go anywhere till the end of June. I said, listen, you could do one of two things. You can wait and put your house on the market 30 days from now and kind of let the market dictate what price you're going to be at, right? Because they lived at a complex. The complex didn't have anything for sale in the last year or so. So by putting his house on the market first, he would set the market, right? He'd be the most recent seller in there. His price would set the market. If he waited and somebody else listed their house and they listed it for less than what he wanted to get for the house, he would technically have to follow suit, right? You can't list for higher than the highest comp. So by listing early, he set the market and he ultimately got $80,000 more than his list price by beating the market. Now, if he would have waited, someone else would have listed their house. It would have been less than that 80,000. He would have had to have followed suit. Maybe somebody who was dying to get in there already bought the first house. His buying pool might be a little smaller. He might cost himself a couple $1,000 one way or the other. So the answer is, if it fits in your plan, then yes, let's go. If you the ability to go somewhere, if you're willing to maybe go into temporary housing for a minute, or if you know what your next move is, then yes, get your house on the market now while the supply is still low and the interest rate is still low enough. Now, April 25th, 2022, the interest rates have creeped up a little bit. They're hovering around high fours, low fives, depending on where you land credit score wise, down payment wise, and that sort of thing. But they have gone up almost 2 points from probably 6 months ago. And they are going to continue to go up, unfortunately. But what's not going up is the amount of inventory. The inventory is not rising. And if you raise the interest rates, you may push those sellers back down. So the answer is, if you're going to sell, now is the time to sell. And not because everybody says, oh, now is a great time to sell because I want to make some money. Now is a great time to sell because you're still setting the market. So as long as you have a place to go, as long as your next plan is in order, and in the case of my friend who sold early, he negotiated a 60-day lease back, which means he sold the house, got his money, and is going to stay in the house for 60 days, right? The buyer let him stay there basically for free for 60 days. Now he turned into a tenant at that point, and the seller is now a landlord, and mortgage companies will only let you do that for so long. But in his case, he got $80,000 more, and he stayed in the house for 60 days. That's a win-win. So should you list your house now? If you know where you're going, you have your next step lined up, then absolutely you should.